Well, hello there, and welcome back. This is episode 4 of my journey. It's my cold, wet, and windy journey across some southern states for a couple of weeks, living on my motorcycle. And if you don't know me, I'm Don, also known as Moto Giant. If you haven't been following along, I made a stop at a motorcycle rally. That was my first stop in Oklahoma. And then I started traveling south down through Texas, along the coast, and back to Alabama. But enjoy this episode. It's a short one, but it might be interesting if you're into motorcycle camping. So this is a little rest area just south of Goldthwaite, Texas. Headed south on 16. This is a nice spot. This is a good place to camp. If it was dark, I probably wouldn't hesitate. But it's not dark. It's a little bit early for me. It's just after 5, I think. I do want to walk around here and see what's behind here, because there's a house over there. I don't know if anybody's there. There's a house over there. We know somebody's living over there. There's vehicles. Looks like maybe a truck or so. Downside of a rest stop like this, picnic areas, sometimes people come here to take a shit because there's no bathroom. But oh yeah, there's somebody living back here too, so this would not be the perfect area. Not only that, there's not any good trees to hang from, so I think we'll be passing on this, but it's a cool spot. If I wanted to spend another night in the tent, this would be a not a bad spot. But this is a good example why an alternative sleep system is a good idea. Not so much when it's raining. I don't want to be on the ground ever again when it's raining, but you know, it is what it is. More profound information about traveling on a motorcycle from Moto Giant. It is what it is. It doesn't get more profound than that. So here's the question. How do I tell this story? Stopped at a rest stop, I don't know, an hour ago. Very similar. This is the twin. This is outside San Saba, which is over there. I went into San Saba. Passed this, came in here and said, if I can't find anything better, this is not too bad. The scary thing is, it's just outside of town. I'm probably not 2 miles outside of town. Scary thing is, it looks great, right? Except, what happens if the hammock comes down in the middle of the night? Let's see, one of my legs goes up there, a glance off of this seat right here, break my back, break my neck. So hopefully this thing doesn't collapse. I've done pretty good with these things before, but it's kind of chalky. The paint's kind of chalky. It's cold as hell, but for some strange reason, every time I step off the bike for more than 30 minutes, I warm up, and maybe it's just I'm moving around, I don't know. But I'm ready to go. Got me a little hooch. Stopped at a liquor store. Got some peanut butter whiskey. This is not as good as the other ones I've had, but and I seriously didn't need that much. I need a little flask. I probably should have got just some cinnamon whiskey and a Fireball or something, and just kind of had a couple of shots before I went to bed. But that's what I got tonight, and we'll see how it all turns out.
Let me tell you, buddy, there's a faster gun coming over yonder.
It's one of my favorite Coen Brothers movies. Buster Scruggs. He's also known as the San Saba Songbird, and that's San Saba right over the hill there. And here comes another car doing 75, 80 miles an hour. It's like sleeping next to the interstate, and I slept fine until it got really cold and rainy. And then I had to put the tarp up, but it's like sleeping next to the interstate because this is Texas. These little farm roads are all 75-mile-an-hour speed limits, which is fantastic. Yeah, like I was saying, it was actually, it seemed like it felt like, man, it was almost like 50 degrees last night for a short period of time. It was nice, warm, and then it started raining about 3 o'clock. I was getting spray inside the tent. Well, it wasn't really rain, it was more like a spray, but it was getting me wet really quickly. So I hustled and jacked up the tarp. Yeah, and then the wind picked up. Hell, it is 8 o'clock. Doesn't look like 8 o'clock. You can see some sun coming out there. I gotta break down camp and load up and head towards Kerrville. Supposed to meet Scott there. He's still up in Weatherford at a hotel. He's been in a hotel for the last 4 days. So yeah, I've been a little bit uncomfortable, but man, I've been having a good time. And Scott's been playing in the hot tub and playing with his meat. Maybe we'll get to ride Three Sisters or Twisted Sisters or whatever you want to call it. Maybe we could do that today. It's supposed to clear up. Well, not clear up. I think we're done with the rain. It's supposed to be mostly cloudy, and then start warming up too as we head down to Del Rio. That morning, that cold Texas morning, headed south to Kerrville, almost 2 hours south. The plan was to wait on Scott, my newly found riding buddy. He'd been living on his bike for about 3 weeks when I met him. I have a profile of Scott. I still haven't finished editing that, but hopefully I can put that down below or right up here on the right side. But Scott never made it. We never reacquired each other. I think he was having some difficulties with the weather in his camp system, but nevertheless, maybe we'll see Scott sometime in the future. But I continued on into the Three Sisters and camp there, and that will be coming up in the next episode. Pretty interesting little stop there too. See you then.